Got it. Finally. Yay! I made it in time. It's just so weird and so strange that my laptop can choose to do something else. So now it's my hair misbehaving. Whew! So glad to be back live online. Have you missed me? Because I missed you. I don't know if you did. Yeah, there's something that happened the last time. I told you this will be the first time I'll be using this app. So now I'll make it the second time I'll be using this app. There was something that happened the last time, and I was actually supposed to set up the camera so the quality is like banging hot. But yeah, I don't know if the quality is good or if it's okay right now. But let me hope for the best. Just the best. So feel free to, you know, connect with me. Let me know where you're watching from. How are you doing today? It's been a very, 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 very stressful day for me so far because I won't say I've done much, but I've been doing some applications to some things. Big news coming soon by the grace of God. You know what I'm saying? It's not marriage, so don't be because it is the application to marriage, so they expect it to be news of marriage. But yes, big news coming soon. So I've been doing some. It's so weird because when I move my head like this, the video is going this way. But let me see. Okay, let me get used to it. So yes, big news coming soon. Big news coming your way. I've been doing some applications or doing some under G work for some applications, and I can't wait to share the next news with you of the next phase of my life. So yeah, where are you watching this from? Oops, where did I drop my phone? My alarm is ringing. Okay, give me a few seconds. I'll be right back. Yeah, me and alarms. So, yeah, let me know where you are actually watching from, and either the app you're watching this from, and have you read any of my books? Are you interested in reading my books? Let me know. Just drop it in the comment section below, and let's connect. Who knows? I might be your next favorite African romance author. Yeah, I think I've started tagging myself as a romance writer slash romance author these days because it's all part of branding. But God knows I'm going to write so many, many, many other stories and so many other things. So now I just want to do a quick life update. So what has been happening in this wonderful life? That is actually what's sharing with you guys. Let's see. A lot has actually been happening. And let me start from my birthday. So last week Saturday, a week today. Hey, oh, Jesus Christ, save my soul from myself. Oh, my battery is on 14%. Now somebody will think I did not prepare for this thing. Let me see. Let me do the math of where my charger is. Give me 1 second again. Let me get the charger for this laptop. But yeah, you can hear my voice, I hope. If you can hear my voice, please let me know in the comment section because I feel like I'm talking to myself. Drop a message in the comment section and say hi. Let me know where you're listening to me from. So yeah, problem solved. Yes, the laptop is charging. So yes, back to the discussion. My birthday was last Saturday. It's a week today now, and it was fun. It was interesting, except I didn't get a cake. Like, because I'm doing Fit Farm, everybody, if I post a video on my story, on Instagram, anywhere, next thing someone is saying, you're saying, it's like, oh, you're getting fat, you're getting chubby. And I'm like, excuse me, aren't you guys getting to me? I want to remain, see, there's one thing I want in this life, and that's, I know it's impossible, but it's just me being, dramatic. But that has to be forever young. You know what I'm saying? Just, be young for life. Don't have any stress, don't have any worries. If it's possible for me to be a baby back and be doing everything I'm doing without thinking about money, definitely I'll take that option in it. Just tap the finger and I'm going to do it immediately. You don't even need to ask me twice. So yeah, I've been I had fun for my birthday, but I didn't get any cake. I did interesting stuff. I tried something new. It was Like I even felt like it's new when I was trying it, but that will be later after you're done subscribing to our YouTube channel. I've been begging you go and subscribe to my relationship YouTube channel, but don't want to get. So now it's time. Please go and subscribe to that channel. So I will share with you what we actually did during my birthday. Then book release. Yeah, Romantic Illusions was launched last week, Friday. Last week Friday, and it's already topping the charts that I feel it can do better, of which I understand that you're busy to read, busy to, but you can actually, you're not too busy to buy it now to read it later. Yeah, yeah. You wanna do that for you? So yeah, you're not too busy to buy it now to read it later, or give it to a friend that you know, or inform a friend that is a book lover that will love, reading books. Like I said, I can't wait to hear from you. Just drop your comments in this like chat below, and I'm so super going to respond to you. Please let me know whatsoever platform you are messaging me from. And yeah, but let me continue. Let me continue with the conversation. So, what was I talking about? I was talking about the book release. So yeah, even if you're too busy to read, you can. I'm sure you have a friend that loves reading books. You can actually tell them to check out this book on any platform, Amazon, Apple, anywhere, Google Books, and also BAM Books, Okada Books. Can check it out, read it, and drop reviews. Drop reviews, drop reviews, drop reviews, drop reviews. And yes, I'm also writing. I'm writing a story in the Twin Bliss Resort novels. This is just life update. I've not gotten into the main thing I'm supposed to do today. But I don't know if you've seen this on my status, on my page, or you've seen this book as well too, though it has a different cover, or you've seen this book as well. Like these books, they're in a series, and mine will be coming out in October. So I'm actually holding on to you for support. So hold me, or I'm holding you. We are both holding each other. Let's hold each other for support. So this just came out yesterday and it's already topping the charts already. So please go check it out. I am actually writing mine. I'm almost done. I'm editing alongside. So because man, it's been one interesting 2021. Very interesting. So wherever you are, just drop a message. Let me know. Shout out. Just let me know that I'm not talking to myself. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, that being said, what else again? What have I been up to? Yeah, I'd mentioned that earlier on during the introduction that yeah, I'm doing some, under G things, and soon I'll be sharing great news with you. Maybe before the end of no, it cannot be before the end of this year. It will have to be next year, around this time next year. We'll be doing a Adupe Lowo Oluwa. We'll be celebrating, but it's not, yeah, it might not be what you're expecting, but just know it's something good, something big, something. Then, yeah, thanks for dropping a message. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now you're making me want to blush. You make me want to blush. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. And you're also beautiful. I love you and I love your hair. So have I told you that before? So yeah, so back to the discussion. Now, the goal of this meeting, this is 10 minutes sharp. And I've been waiting for everyone to join, but if everyone can join 10 minutes sharp for you here right now, let's get to reading. I'm going to be reading my favorite chapter in my recently released. If you haven't read it, you should go and start reading it now. It's available on all platforms. So I'm going to be reading from this chapter. Before I start, please drop all your wedding bells. This was what I said when I started. I said I will be doing an announcement either late this year or early next year. And this was the first thing I said when I introduced the discussion. I said, don't expect it to be wedding, because you cannot be applying for wedding. This will apply to get married, maybe for the license or something like that. That's the application. But no, what I'm doing, like, or what I'm applying for, is far from like wedding. But don't worry, good news, by the grace of God, next year, or end of this year. So stick with me. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments wherever you are watching this from. Let me know. I can see you online. Just say hi, just shout out. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Just give me a shout out. Bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. So now I'm going to start reading from chapter 21. Feel free to drop your comments and ask questions. And what have you, once I'm done reading, I'll try as much as possible not to interrupt myself to answer your question. So, yeah. And my favorite chapter is actually chapter 21. I can't remember what was on the chapter again, but I know like I knew what I was doing when I selected it. So let's go. If you got my newsletter, you know I've been practicing kind of so that I don't sound weird in my ears. But this is it. Should I? Is this what I was trying to avoid? Should I read this? Hello, Tulsi. Hello. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Thanks a lot for stopping by. And stay. Don't move an inch until I'm done reading. We'll be done in the next maybe 30 minutes or 20 minutes. And you're going to definitely have fun. Yes. So focus, Kama. Come on. I'm just excited. So chapter 21, romantic illusion. Should I read it this way? No, that will be blocking my face. But let me read it this way. Let me put it down this way. So I'm reading chapter 21 from Romantic Illusions, the book I just launched this weekend. So feel free to drop your questions, your comments, your thoughts, and your reactions too. So this is reading from TJ's point of view. So we have six different characters, different chapters for each of them. And this right here is TJ, the main character in this story. So Ian is, in quotes, girlfriend, of which they are not a thing. They're not girlfriend or boyfriend, but in quotes, we all know that they are dating. They are out going for a pool party late at night and blah, blah, blah. So here we go. Let's follow them to the pool party. As we make our way to the pool area, Booty Call by Mohit All-Stars, blessed from the speakers arranged in strategic locations. Your friend's parents are not home? Mabel asked, the first strings of words since our argument in the car. For the rest of the trip, she had kept to her phone, playing games and just scrolling endlessly on it. I asked her out to have a good time, and a good time we would have. I've been studying her since we started talking, and I know she has been repressing the real her in there. Yeah, I say to her, while saluting a greeting to one of the guys. We walk around the house to the back and finally come face to face with the party people. Girls and guys grinding on each other, some and others lunging around a kidney-shaped pool, about the size of a mini Olympic swimming pool. Floating on the water were submersible lead pool balls of assorted colors. The Ekongs are one family that do everything in excess. Mabel instinctively draws close to me. Have you been here before? Yes, I have. Emmanuel is a family friend. Emmanuel helps manage the family house in Lagos. His family is distributed all over the world. His school's here, so they decided to give him keys to this house. What better way to keep the house alive than help warm it up once in a while with parties? About 5 guys in one corner are hyping themselves as they hum to the music, wailing, making weird sounds. I hope she enjoys her time here. He hopes Mabel enjoys her time here. I see. Are you sure you're not in a cult group or something? I stare at her, then waggle my brows. Anything to make her smile. If you remain my friend, you'll find out soon enough. Definitely, because your kind draws troubles with their sharp mouths. Shaking my head, I grin at her comments. I scan the environment and find the host, Emmanuel. He is lounging while 2 girls dance before him, shaking their bum. Are you sure we are all students? Mabel asked. Some are not, some are. I answered dismissively. Is she really 20 like she had mentioned? She's so unexposed. It's my duty to open her eyes to the other side of life. I'll be right back. The look on her face says she is about to return to the car, so I propose something else. You know what? Why don't you follow me? I want to say hi to the host. She smiles and walks confidently by my side. It's surprising how she can pull a good show of a confident woman when I can see through her. She thinks she's out of her zone, when in fact she's in her zone. Zone. Emmy boy, I hail as we draw close to him. Emmanuel spots me, smiles and drops his cup underneath the reclining chair. He excuses himself from the girls who smile at me. Coincidentally, Olu begins singing Yahoozy and we do the dance, alternatively raising our shoulders up and down, up in peace sign while leaning back. We move in to shake, hug, then withdraw. Ah, I thought you wouldn't make it. See me here now. I did see you. He turns to Mabel. Hello, pretty lady. Hello. Her voice cool, her expression placid. We have Emmy, meet my partner for tonight, Mabel. You're welcome, Mabel, dearest. Emmy says with a bow. I bite my tongue from making a comment, but instead of shrinking, Mabel laughs. It's good to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you. My eyes widen for the fraction of a second before I nod, smiling. When have I ever spoken to Emmanuel about Mabel? I haven't even told Richard, my current best friend, about her yet, since we are still just friends. And Emmy is saying he has heard a lot about her. Mabel smiles to him. Really? Then she smiles back at me. Yeah, a lot. Emmy grins. Emmy, do us well tonight, Jerry. I didn't come here for niceties, and we came to get wasted. I noticed Mabel's smile flutters. Trust me, you are in the right place, Emmy says. I look around and find an unoccupied chair. I guide Mabel there, assuring her I will be back in a flash. Then I go to meet Emmy, who is getting close to a girl. The girl smiles when I ask her to excuse us, promising Emmy to return later. Guy, which kind of stunt be that? Waiting. Mabel is smart though. She would have caught you if you had continued saying what you didn't know. He laughs and throws a glance at Mabel's direction. No look aside. Christ. And I'm supposed to be the joker and the insensitive one amongst my friends. TJ, how you dey manage that babe? Small you with that giant. No dey exaggerate now. Na you o. Guy, anything to pop? I ask, my gaze flickering between his guest and Mabel, who is moving to the beat in a seated position. Trust me now, I go send person come your side. I shake him and walk off to get a tray with a bottle of vodka, Coca-Cola, malt drink, and a plate of smoked peppered goat meat. Walking back to Mabel, I notice she's already on her feet, twisting and winding her waist to a modernized version of Sourly by Rex Lawson. You good? I ask. Yeah, she says with a smile. This is what I needed. We sit down and begin to argue about music, artists, and dance moves while eating goat meat. I offer her the malt drink, but she pushes it away. I'm an Anambra girl, she says between bites. What does that mean? Alcohol is nothing. Whenever I visit the village, I drink properly fermented palm wine. And by the way, you should be calling me auntie. Okay, I'm beginning to understand that you don't know me statement she made earlier today. She mixes the drink and sips it. A sigh of satisfaction escapes her lips. You were wearing diapers when I started drinking alcohol. Your parents, they're cool with it. She smiles fondly, playing with the rim of her cup. Yeah, she adjusts on her seat. They give me little sips whenever we visited the village in December. Shrek's from girl in the pool draw our attention and we watch as a guy with a girl on his back jumps into the pool. I take a sip of my drink and Mabel does the same too. Want to share what happened? Thanks for not asking the first time we spoke about it. I feel now is a good time to talk about it because you scared me with your driving skills. When? Oh, when we were headed here. I hope you didn't take it personal though. My parents died in a car accident. My mom kept having miscarriages after me. I'm the only child. You mentioned that before. She smiles back at me. Yeah, so that day in January, not long after we returned from the village, my mom just found out she was pregnant. We were all happy. My dad, my mom, and I. I was going to have a sibling. I didn't even care if it was a boy or a girl. And and my mom, it's okay if you don't want to talk about it now. As much as I want to hear her story, I don't feel comfortable letting her go through the pain all over again. Taking a deep breath, she continues, I can. It's just something she had always wanted. My dad was so excited. We kept talking, laughing, and singing in the car. My mom asked if I wanted to eat anything, and I said no. No, I didn't want to eat. She always forced me to eat then. I didn't like food. I don't know why, but I was thinner than kids my age then. And next thing I know, I found myself in a hospital. I was told to get dressed, wear a black dress, they said. And I poured sand on their coffin, and that was the end. No goodbyes, nothing. I'm sorry. A lone tear falls from my eyes as she chuckles. I began eating like my life depended on it. Maybe if I eat, my mom and baby will come back. If I was a good girl, my dad will return to me. And that was how I became this. I'm an emotional eater who gains pounds when things don't go away. Those are the people who begin singing and dancing in groups to Why Me by the band, and we watch them in companionable silence. I noticed you've been losing weight. She doesn't say anything. The occasional shreks of ladies in the pool break through the background music. I believe I believe you can get your life back in order, and I'm here to help you if you need me. Thank you, TJ. As promised, Emmy's guy approaches us with a package. It's scary exposing Mabel to this side of life, but I want her to know the real me before we jump into any decision. I promise to be always there to guide her, even if she rejects me, and to keep her in check. What's that? Mabel asks. It's a gift. I smile, leisurely unwrapping the package and holding out a pill to her. It's a new pill circulating in universities. It induces a hormone causing one to focus for hours. I haven't tried it before, and I thought it would be good we'd try it together. She looks at it, then she looks at my face, and I'm thinking of like, let me not give it to her. What was I thinking? Trying to lure a good girl into my world, into my wild life. I feel her hand close around mine as she accepts it and she tosses it into her mouth. Good job. How fast does it kick in? Say 20 to 30 minutes. I toss mine into my mouth and pocket the rest for study sessions later. I want to go swimming now. Some other time. So what do we do now? I think I should start. Do you think I should be putting the question tags? Because if your reading is different from now that I'm reading it out loud. Um, I'm going back into the reading now. Emmy is keeping a room for us. Her face slowly registers, and I rush to calm her down. I promise you, nothing you don't want would happen. We can sleep it off, or we can dance it away. Oh my gosh, what do I tell her? What do I tell her? What do I tell her? Okay, we can do whatever you want, okay? When we get tired, we can use the room Amy has reserved for us. Okay, okay, I was actually thinking we could actually get to second base tonight, but then it's all up to her. I'll not force it. Hopefully, my prayers are answered. Man, can't wait to tap that ass. This is me adding extra. I want to swim. After all I said, that was the best response she could come up with. I want to swim. Come on now, maybe I like you. A girl gleefully runs past us, and then a guy in a happy fit chases after her. This girl squeals, catches Mabel's attention, and with longing eyes, she stares at me. How are you feeling? I'm all right. Okay, that's good. She turns to look at the pool, and I shuffle my feet. So smiles at me. Okay, we'll definitely need a place to sleep tonight, but first, let's go swimming now. Whiskey, I love my baby, starts playing from the speakers as we walk to the pool. I take off my shirt, dropping all important artifacts with another friend by the pool, while Mabel sits on the side of the pool, legs dipped in water. If this is what she calls swimming, then till the main thing, I'm game. Now we break into another scene. So let me know if you prefer I just act it out because it's kind of thank you, welcome, Otterly. It's kind of complicated trying to read it when you can't put the tags because in the book there are no tags. So I'm learning. So let's go. Next scene. Turning on the lights in the room causes Mabel to hug herself. She takes in the sparse furnishing of the Ekong's guest room. When I say sparse, it involves a house plant by the bed, a bedside table, a lamp with plush carpets. Emmy said they had three similar bedrooms for guests, and I've heard stories of things going down in this room. Tonight, I hope the ghost of this room pushes things in my favor, and if it doesn't, I'm too tired to be bothered. I drank about 5 bottles of beers and I need to sleep off actually. Mabel danced the pills we took away, though she seems somewhat buzzed right now. There's only one bed. She scrutinizes the bed, arms folded, pushing her glorious breast upward. Up until now, I haven't really given her body the attention I should have. I've been more concerned about accepting this lifestyle and introducing her to something new. When I joined her by the poolside, I noticed her glancing at me with only my shirt on. She's getting used to this now, I believe. Guess my age is no long guess my age no longer matters as she has seen my biceps and chest. Olati, there's only one bed. Hmm? Yeah, just one bed. Okay. She dips her hand in her pocket and turns to stare around. Do you want to use the bathroom first? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Okay. 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 You know what? I'll use the bathroom. Make yourself comfortable. Okay, I think I should start switching voices. By the time I return to the room, she's still standing at the spot I left her. Mabel, she turns to face me. The bed. Don't you want to sleep? I was actually waiting for you to return so we can talk. I'm not sleeping on that cushion, okay? I wouldn't have asked you to. Hands still in her pocket, she raises her shoulders, then drops them. So what's the plan? Aren't you going to get dressed? Oh, 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 okay. I thought the thought never crossed my mind, but now that she mentioned it, I moved to the cushion to pick up my shirt. I thought she had agreed to us. Oh, never mind. I'm too tired, anyways. It's fine if you don't want to. Why is she sending mixed signals? I paused in the act of putting my shirt on and let it fall back on the couch, then turned concerned eyes to her. Mabel, are you okay? I'm fine. I can place a pillow between us if you don't. No, that pill is just making me feel somehow. But can we talk? Oh no, oh no, this is not going as I planned. I should have just worn my shirt and go to sleep. Sure, sure. On the bed? Oh, God have mercy. Surprising how the mouthy Mabel I know has gone into hiding. What does she talk about when we can spend the remaining hours of the night exploring our bodies until we fall asleep? We both sit at the edge of the bed and Mabel looks at me straight in the eyes. I'm not a virgin, and I don't think I'm ready to have sex now. Okay, okay. I wasn't expecting that to be, and I was not even thinking about that. I just wanted to. Okay. The air conditioning system hums loudly and she breaks the silence again. You're supposed to tell me if you're a virgin or not. What's your definition of a virgin? She tilts her head back, looking upwards, then looks at me. Don't try to play smart, TJ. I'm serious. Like, permit me to be raw, but I believe people who have not had penetrative sex but have been fingered, have been given blowjobs, either ways, are non-virgins. And you, what category are you? Well, I've never had penetrative sex. She jerks her head back in surprise. But I've done every other thing. Oh, nice. I don't look like such. No, no. I wasn't thinking about it that way. Is it because you've never had the opportunity to? Oh my God. The girl is asking if I've never had the opportunity to. I can't believe she asked that question. When we met the first time, did you ever think I was 18? No. Okay. I have not had penetrative sex because I want to do it, because I want to experience it with someone I love. So I've actually done everything, but I don't want to penetrate any woman until I love like her. Oh, cool. I know you don't love me, so what are we doing here? Like, why did you reserve this room then? I drew her close, taking her hands into mine. She looks at her hands, then look up to me. Me taking this room doesn't mean I don't want to try other things with you. She tries to take her hand away from mine, but I apply pressure. I need her to hear me out. Mabel, please look at me. She does. I almost kissed you earlier, remember? Yes. I wasn't even thinking. When you said you actually wanted to, all I was thinking of was how to get inside you. All my senses flew out the door. I just want you to know that I really like you. You know you don't have to resort to such to get into my pants. Oh God, where does she not get it that I don't want to have penetrative sex with her? What's wrong with her? What? I'm sorry. Sorry for what? Sorry they broke your heart. No one. Oh, I'm so sorry, Olatunji. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What's wrong? I like you. I really like you and I want to spend more time with you. And I don't say it as often as I would like to, but you're a beautiful lady. I told you the first time we met, remember? I hated that message. I was excited I spoke to you without external help. Like, it is still one of my favorite days. I was confused that day. What do you mean by external help? I can't remember approaching any girl myself. They either introduced themselves to me or a friend speaks to them on my behalf. Lucky me. Yeah, I love your smile. She giggles. I think it's time we go to sleep. And I don't think there's any need for pillows in between. I mean, I would really like to cuddle with you. Oh, go to sleep, yes. But not without giving her some form of reassurance that I actually mean the real deal. We arrange the bed and get under the duvet. Light on or off? Off. Okay. The lights go off, and I stare in darkness, looking at her silhouettes where it lays. My cuddle? Oh God, what is this girl thinking? Okay. Your cuddle in exchange for a kiss? Ugh, it's actually all I've been thinking of. Mm, okay, if that's what it takes, this is a special kiss. Mm. One that is specially crafted for you. As long as it gets me my cuddle. Okay, now is not the time for you to be smarting out, okay? You know what? Take a deep breath, close your eyes. She follows my instruction and pouts her lips. Come on, Mabel. Okay. Leaning forward, I moisten my lips, tilting my head to the side, then close my eyes. When my lips touch her, the tension bonded in me eases off. Lightly, I brush my lips over hers multiple times, building anticipation and excitement. She snuggles closer and it triggers my next step. I begin applying pressure to her lips, asking permission to penetrate her mouth, and she pats it. Without waiting, I push my tongue into her mouth. Heaven, it tastes like vanilla. The vanilla cake she ate earlier by the pool that had me thinking about kissing her all over, especially when she began licking the icing off her fingers. My dick is erect, pulsing, seeking action. The thin layer of clothing between us heightens my pleasure as Mabel undulates her hips against mine. A low moan of pleasure triggers me to flip her onto her back. I want to touch her breasts badly, but the agreement was a kiss and a cuddle. So I keep my hands to her waist. Her hands, however, are all over my back. After a while, I resort to sweeping the tip of my tongue over her lower lip, and she does the same to mine. While I dry hump her in a slow reading, her hips keeps urging me to do more. My palm closes over one breast, and she freezes, her breath coming fast. If you don't like it, just tell me to stop. I fondle it, and with time she eases into it. I keep fondling her breast, thrusting my hips into her. Her moans are louder than before. I grip stronger and tighter. I'm tempted to open my eyes to watch her, but I decide otherwise. There's time for everything. Hola, hola. Middle moans, her hips raised, sucking in her breath through her teeth. She shakes her hand. She takes her hands off my back to grip my arms tightly, while her hip stays raised. I don't stop humping her until she releases my a grip on my biceps, her hips slowly going down as she relaxes. Slowly, I open my eyes and time stands still. Mabel's eyes are closed, her lips slightly parted, with a satisfied smile splayed on them. The memory of her this way is forever imprinted in my mind. Good night, beautiful. I kiss her nose, then settle beside her. She mumbles inaudibly, and I smile. When I get us in a comfortable cuddling position, my erection lays between her soft butt cheeks. Thank you very much for coming to my lewd reading of chapter 21, which is actually my favorite chapter because it was a struggle writing that chapter. I think it's one of the last chapters I wrote. But yeah. So 2 seconds silence and please drop your comments and your thoughts and your reviews. um so yeah, I'm seeing this. Yeah, I also love live readings. Like it's very very interesting, and it's actually my first time doing a live reading. I do remember the last time I did something similar to this was at one TV station when I just released 9 hours till 5, and I was very very shy. I was awkward. And yes, there's someone else again. Okay, Lani, I saw too. This is real life reading with facial expression. Yeah, drama. Drama. Okay. So if you have any thoughts, if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, please let me know. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. I want to hear from you. What do you think? What do you think about the chapter I just read, which is actually chapter 21 from my new released book, Romantic Illusions? I think there are only two like heavy scenes like that. In case you're like, oh, it's a sex novel. No, it's not a sex novel. I just two, heavy scenes, of which I'm going to be going more in depth, discussing the character and the themes in this chapter. So it should be characters and teams actually, not just character and team. But really, I'd love to hear from you. Like, share your views, share your thoughts, what you thought about the reading. And if you're just watching it, please drop it in the comment section what you thought about my reading style and the story itself. So yeah, so these characters, Mabel and TJ, are the two main characters for this series. The series actually began in this. Sorry, this screen is just confusing me. First impressions followed by Crossroads. This is following their life as adults. They are like way older in this. And when you are done reading Romantic Illusions, you understand this too better. So it gives you more insight. But I would actually advise you start reading from First Impressions, Crossroads, then Romantic Illusions. But if you are like me that love knowing the end before you start with Romantic Illusions, then go to this. So yeah. So the characters are the two main characters for Romantic Illusions. It follows TJ and Mabel's exploration of their sex, of their feelings, of their emotions, of their past, like what is actually making them react the way they react, and all the things that have happened, their family life, how they express love due to what they've experienced at home. So I tried for this discussion though, I'm just going to focus on the theme, the sexual theme I tried to paint here. So I tried to introduce self-disclosure in this scene. If you notice the part where Mabel was like, okay, let's sit down, let's talk. And TJ was like, okay, what are we talking about? Like, what's there to talk about? Like, I got us this room so that we can do why is this thing so strange? You know what? I'm done adjusting. I'm done adjusting. You stop confusing me. Yeah, better. So yeah, TJ had already he rented a room, or he got a room at his friend's house. They went for a pool party, and she was, she was like, let's sit down and have a talk. And he's like, I beg you, I no rent room or get a room for us to start talking about, feelings, or let's, can we talk? But Mabel, since Mabel, so Mabel is older than TJ. TJ is 18, Mabel is 20, going on 21. She's experienced life more than a man. Normally, women are actually even more, experienced than men in things like this. No, my beauty cannot be the problem. So yeah, not so TJ is older than her, sorry, younger than she is, and she wants to have this heart to heart discussion of, okay, bros, I'm not a virgin, but even though I'm not a virgin, I don't want to have sex with you now. I don't want to have anything to do with, with you and sex. And she was expecting, because she has expressed or told him of her own standing, she was expecting him to speak, but he didn't say anything, and she had to push. So this is just me. If you watch my YouTube videos a lot, where I talk about, self-disclosure, about consent before you engage in any sexual act, actually, especially with someone you have not had sex with before, or someone you want to have sex with, even your husband or your wife, while you guys are in the courting or dating phase. These are discussions you should actually have, where talk about, you don't need to talk about how many people you've slept with, but just talk about yourself and your health. Like, okay, I've had sex before and I didn't like it, or I've had sex before and I loved it, and this is how I prefer sex. Or you can go on as, so I've never had sex before and this is my expectation, this is what I've heard about sex, and what do you think we can do to make it better? Because sexual communication actually leads to sexual satisfaction. And then in this book they go on to talk about, okay, their experience with sex. Then she also discloses to him about her family issue, why she, she's that, because Mabel is a plus size girl. So she explains to him why she actually has this, what they call it, why she's plus size, because she used to be a very thin tiny girl. She didn't like eating before, but after, like, a couple of things happened in her life. If you didn't watch this video from the beginning, once I'm done with life, go and watch it again. I read you chapter 21, which is my favorite chapter. So yeah, after that, and what else? Yeah, I also explored the theme of consent. So even though they had spoken about, like, okay, their sexual history, even though they had spoken about that, they still went ahead, I mean, TJ, or I allowed TJ, because now this is me, crafting the story the way I wanted to go. They still went ahead to, ask for permission to, touch her body while having sex, which I have said in a couple of my YouTube videos that it is sexy. If you want to have sex with someone, if you want to kiss somebody, it is sexy when you ask for their permission. It is sexy when you ask before you touch them, because that way they are, informed. Except maybe you guys already have this agreement, like, oh, I love spontaneous sex, just jump on me anytime, I'm ready to go at it. It is sexy to ask for permission. It is sexy to ask, can I touch your breast? Is it sexy, like, can I kiss you? I want to kiss you. Can I kiss you? It makes it more, it's like you're in a romance novel. It's like you're in a movie, because it only happens in movies, and that's what we should actually be doing in reality. Ask for permission, ask for consent before you do things. Disclose to your partner your sexual history. I'm not saying tell them how many people you slept with, but tell them, okay, maybe you have an infection, or you've ever, if, like, in the United States, in some states, if you do not disclose to your partner that you have HIV/AIDS and you have sex with them, you can be sued. You can be taken to prison for infecting another person with HIV/AIDS. That there's that. So for countries like Nigeria, I don't know if there's any law like that, but to help ourselves, we need to, have this type of discussions. Let the other person know what they're trying to get into, or let someone know that, okay, this is my expectation. Not like you guys have sex and at the end of the day, you're like, that girl is just, or that guy is just, 2 minutes person or 1 seconds person. So you want to, give expectation, share your thoughts about what you expect and what you don't expect, or what you want to try. Like, maybe your former relationship, you guys were doing stuff that you want to continue, but you don't tell, like, you also have to learn how to communicate as well too. But that being said, if you're just watching or joining me now, go ahead. Once this live ends in the next, say, 5 minutes, feel free. And you can also ask questions in the comment section. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I'm here talking about it. And it's about my book. It is not, if you're like, oh, ask me any question you want to ask about my book I just released or launched. Is available on digital platforms. You can purchase it. If you're not a book reader yourself, you can actually get, friends that actually do read to get it, to read it. And if you are a book reader and you want to, like, discuss these themes, please feel free. If you've read it, I really, 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 really appreciate it if you can drop like your questions, if you can drop your thoughts about the chapter I just read, or if you have like, okay, you want to know what is this book about, because I would be wrapping up soon. So don't leave any, just stay right where you are. So yeah, final thoughts while I wait for you to drop, wherever you're watching this from, drop a chat, drop a question, whatever. Let me know what you think about the part I just read, what you just heard. And if you're not around when I was reading it, it's fine. Feel free to ask me any question. So Lawrence is saying, um, thank you very much. Thank you. I hope my beauty is not a problem. My beauty is supposed to be a blessing unto others. That I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say. So, how do I write sex scenes? This is a very deep question. This book is not heavy on sex scene. It's just, I try to make it as watered down as possible because they're just teenagers exploring themselves. So it's very watered down. My next book, which I'll be releasing, I think I might release something even before that one. So that's a secret project. But how I write sex scene is, to be sincere, I do log on, like I do a lot of research while writing, and my research also involves either watching, I go on places like Pornhub and I watch amateur sex, like amateur pornography, because I know real pornography is acted, is scripted, and it's always like, weird. But when I watch amateur pornography, it looks like there's some pornography where you can actually feel the chemistry between the characters. That's one. Two, I read lots and loads of romance novels, and I read a lot of scenes where the characters are having sex, and I'm like, oh, this is how to describe something. Then I also try to visualize it as well too, because we watch movies. I watch the one on Pornhub, then I go and read other books. So I try to visualize. The movement. Sometimes I write and I'll get off the chair and go on the bed. I'm like, okay, if I move like this, does that sound reasonable? Or if it's like a casting I'm writing or whatever, I just try to visualize this like step by step process, because it's the details that actually makes the writing or the reading interesting. It makes the scene more volatile and all that. So yeah, that's how I write. Do I sleep? I sleep. I try my possible. Yeah, see me. Oh. I made special smoothie for this event and I've not even drank it. No way. Mm, mm, mm. But I was reading. We're all supposed to bring our smoothies and drinks and whatever to this event, but I forgot to announce it. But yeah, I'm drinking. What's in here is actually apple, banana, ginger, and grapes, green grapes. So yes, I do sleep, but over the years, I found out that am insomnia. Is it insomniac, or I have insomnia or whatever they call it? I I find it hard to sleep once day breaks. So even if I sleep at 4 in the morning, once it's 6 o'clock, I wake up. So right from when I was growing up, my parents, we always have, like in my family, we have this morning devotion around 5. Everybody's up, we are clapping, we are singing, we are praising God. So my brain also has this 5 o'clock alarm already in my brain. Something I've been doing since I can't even remember how old I was when I started doing morning devotion. Maybe since I was a baby. So my brain already has that alarm in my head too. So if I sleep early by mistake, oh, this was a mistake. If I sleep early, say by 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, that's sleeping early. I wake up around 4, 5 ish, like it's just like auto clock. Then, yeah, I sleep. But my sleep, like, if ever, maximum of 6 hours, if never minimum of minimum of 3 hours thereabouts. And I try as much as possible to make up for it by eating good food. So even if I don't get enough sleep as I should be getting, which I want to, but it's just like I'm just lying down there, nothing's happening. My mind is calculating 1, 2, 3, 17. But yeah, I just sleep. Thanks a lot for asking that question. Yes, so maybe the ginger I'm putting in the smoothie. Mm, I swear this combination is the bomb. You should try it. Apple, banana, ginger, and grapes. Mm. So if you have any other question before I call it a day, oh, how do I strike the balance between work and writing? Let's see. Balance, 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 balance. Mm, that thing is serious. So I plan a lot. I love setting deadlines. I wish I could flip my like laptop screen. I just got a board right now, so I can be writing it on the wall as well too. I have Microsoft to do on my phone. I have Microsoft to do on my laptop. I have my sticky notes, and then there's always Google Calendar. But right now, I use my sticky notes. So I always set. See, let me see. This is TMI, but that's like my schedule for the next God knows how long. I have I create schedules. I know, okay, if I sit down with a book or a chapter or whatever, I can actually accomplish number of chapters. Then most of my stories I've actually written them like maybe 6 months ago. So when I finally want to release or launch them, I'm actually just rewriting them. So maybe I'm doing the second draft or the third draft. So how I balance work and writing is mainly by keeping a schedule, having plans. And if anybody brings anything new today, you've worked with me before now. I'll tell I don't have time to do it now because I work based on my time. I have my own goals. I have things I want to do. And I also want to be helpful to other people. And I know if I do too much, which I know I can do, I'll be hurting myself. So I want me to survive so we can all survive together. So yes, I have my schedule and I let other people know, okay, I can't take this on. Before I used to be a people pleaser, like I want to help everybody do everything But these days since my schedule is already there, try as much as possible. And I don't put too much on my schedule as well, too. I have like my own personal thing I want to do, my writing thing, then my work thing. So once I set all those up for my day, if anybody comes with anything new that I can't answer yes or no to, even if it's a text message, sometimes I just read some message and I don't answer because I know that message will keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. So I just have to follow that schedule, kind of, and it's not rigid. I don't like boring lifestyle. That's what I call it. If it's rigid, it's boring. Yes, I do. I do. I do. Funny enough, I do. And I feel like I know a lot of people. Like that can be a problem in life. When you know too much people and you constantly interact with them. Sometimes a friend of mine like picked up my phone and was like, how many people have you chatted with today? Like in a day I chat with over, like on my WhatsApp, like one-on-one personal chats, I chat with over 25 people in a day. That's just WhatsApp alone, minus engagement on Instagram, minus phone calls. Some days I might spend like 3 hours of my day on just phone calls. Just like it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's fun. Yeah, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. So I have 5 more minutes before I call it 1 hour and say bye bye, run away. So if you have any more questions, feel free to ask me, of which I know I'm bad answering questions because I talk a lot. But before I go, yes, I was announcing initially in the beginning that I'm actually writing and I'm already on another project. And this one will be releasing in October. But I have friends that just released their own copies. So feel free to head off to BAM Books or Kada Books, Amazon, Apple Books, Google Books, anywhere great books are sold to get a copy of these books. Or you can visit their Instagram handles or Facebook platform. You have Timmy Waters, this Haven by Timmy Waters. This is Euphoria by Jessica. This is a series, like an interconnected series, but you don't have to read it in any order. So feel free to read as you like. Then I also have My Grandfather's Inheritance by L. right here is also a new release, and it is a banger. It has been a discussion in rooms on book on Clubhouse, and it has a lot of themes that it explores. And I also have Nights at Club Nova here. This one, read if you dare. It's available on all digital platforms, so feel free to, it's an erotic, let me give the disclaimer, erotic romance anthology, short stories, fully packed, interesting. Then before I give you the last one, we have this one, which is perfect for your coffee tables, perfect for, like, if you want to be introduced to new authors. We have 20 awesome different stories. If you're looking for Christian romance, if you're looking for LGBTQ romance, if you're looking for clean romance, if you're looking for erotica, if you're looking for um YA romance, anything and everything you're looking for is in here. If you want, and before you look at it like, this is bad book or whatever, there are disclaimers, like before you begin a story. Say, for instance, you want to begin, let's see, you want to begin, yeah, karma is a mirror. There's a disclaimer before you begin it. Why is this screen so funny? There's a disclaimer. So, it says hit level and what to expect in the story. So you can always skip the story. So you have the romance hit level guide here. So you have some stories that are, mild, some stories that are medium, some stories that are hot. And then you have the page number, so you can select the story you want to read, and yeah, have fun while at it. So that being said, thanks a lot for coming to my live show. I really appreciate it. Feel free to pick up my books on margaretadetimarin.com. That's my name and surname.com. Romantic Illusions is available. Thanks a lot for coming. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye bye.